All right. I think we're live. Craig, give me a
Hope
little
so.
test real quick. Say something.
Test 1 2.
All right.
Test 1 2.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Night Report Rutgers Basketball pregame show. I'm kind of your host, I guess, at this point. Richie Schnyderite, publisher of the Night Report, a.k.a. Rutgers Rivals. I'm joined by Craig, one of our staff writers. Craig, what's good, man?
Not much, man. Just getting ready for this 7 o'clock tip, about 54 minutes, and
Yeah.
hopefully Rutgers can come out of this and really punch their ticket to the big dance.
That's kind of what it looks like. I mean, you get this win, and people are saying it's a lock. I know Brad Watchell, bracketologist, one of our favorite guys that we've talked to in the past. He said Rutgers gets this dub, and that's pretty much it. That secures it, no matter what happens with the Minnesota game and I guess the Big Ten tournament also.
Yeah,
But
like I felt all along, basically 20. I felt like 20 all along was the magic number to get. I mean 10. Sorry,
10, yeah.
I mean 10 conference wins is really the magic number to get Rutgers into the tournament, and they're at 9, so one more win should do it.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely been a crazy season. We've seen ups and downs. We've seen so many upsets, including Nebraska recently beating Minnesota by 4. Where the heck did that come from?
I don't know. Minnesota's really been kind of not. They have not been playing well as of late, man.
No, I know they didn't have Liam Robbins, who's like their go-to big. It's kind of like it's a weird comparison, but he's like the Miles Johnson of that team.
Mhm.
Does all the little nitty-gritty things between boards, affecting shots, stuff like that. But just to lose to Nebraska ball, dang, I'm telling you, dude, Nebraska ball is the go-to like nickname in the Big Ten. Best nickname by any basketball program in the Big Ten. Our hoops,
Nebraska.
cool. Well, what's the other ones? There's
What?
I'm trying to think. I guess that's really the only nickname in the Big Ten, right?
That I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the fact that Nebraska beat them is just crazy. This team has 6 wins on the year. They're 2-14 in the conference. You really can't afford to lose this game if you're Rutgers, and they shouldn't because number one, they just lost their best player.
Yeah, Teddy Allen. I mean, he's gone. Just poof, gone.
I don't get it. I was talking to you before about it before we started this, and at West Virginia for a year, redshirted at West Virginia after one season, which made no sense to me. Transferred to community college, then to Nebraska. I think if I read this correctly, is at Wichita in 2019, Wichita
Yeah.
State.
Yep.
So I don't get it, man. This is like your fifth if you count the community college. This is your fifth school in 5 years.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all. Don't get me wrong; his numbers are good. They're
Yeah.
very good.
I mean, he's their leading scorer. I mean,
yeah, 47-point game against Penn State. Like what,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago? Not even.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it was
six-
like no, not even. I think it was like 6 days ago.
Yeah, and he went 6 of 9 from 3, 16 to 24 from the field. Like, oh my God, this he played almost every minute, but
Yeah.
the fact that they still lost, that's probably hurt a little bit just to see him put up 41 and take the L.
Well,
But
I mean, Marcus Carr could say the same thing, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
that is true. That is true. Obviously, I'm just gonna say it doesn't seem like he's a team player. This kid, if this is his gonna be fifth program in 5 years, it's not a good look.
Mhm.
I get it. The team sucks. They're not good by any means, and Rutgers should absolutely dominate. But you got to be cautious about these games. These are always. Oh, there you go. Someone said he got kicked off of Wichita State. So
Really?
there you go. Even more.
Yeah,
Not a team
that
player.
doesn't help his case.
Yeah,
That's
not a team player at all. But yeah, I don't know. This team, they're okay. There's nothing really that stands out about this Nebraska. No, I keep saying Nebraska ball. Nebraska team.
you can say it. We'll
It's
know what you're talking
addicting.
about.
The Nebraska ball. Like it's just I don't know.
More effort to say that.
Yeah, I mean whatever. But Hoiberg, I thought kind of had them moving in the right direction a little bit. But it's just 7 wins
It's
last season, 6 wins the season before that. It's like, dude, what the heck is going on?
it's definitely tough to be a rebuilding team in this league because
Yeah.
there's almost no weaknesses in this league. It's not like you can say okay like build like it's just this league is just too good for that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Rutgers was that rebuilding team. What 2-3 years ago? Not
Mhm.
even. Yeah, it's just crazy to see. Like you said, it's very hard to rebuild in this league because honestly, teams are going to kick the shit out of you every night. Every night.
And yeah, I mean, it wasn't in this league. Well, it was in this league, but while Rutgers was under that really rebuilding stage, it was in a couple other leagues too.
Hmm. Yeah, and they don't really have a big man that I'm looking at right now. They have a couple 6'9" guys that The one Banton guy plays guard, it looks like, but they have a 6'9" forward in Lat Mayen out of Australia who's putting up
Oh,
okay numbers.
are you talking for Nebraska?
Yeah,
You
I'm
talking about
just
Thor?
a Thorn. Yeah, but he's kind of a guard too. He's like their 6'6", 202. So they don't really have a true big man in a league that has Trevion Williams, Liam Robbins, Hunter Dickinson, Miles Johnson, Trace Jackson Davis. The list goes on. But in
Kofi
a league,
Coburn.
Kofi Coburn in a league that has all these guys, and Luca Garza, I forgot completely.
Luka Garza.
Yeah, in a league that has all these guys, it's just you're not going to be able to compete unless you have a good big man.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it basically every time Rutgers has played them. It seems like Miles Johnson just has a day. I mean, this is the last couple times he's played. Nobody's been able to really stop him, it seems like.
Yeah, I kind of expect that to happen again tonight. If you're Rutgers and you're up big, do you just start resting guys?
It really depends.
Or do you not think about that at all?
Like, are we talking? Well, yeah, we are getting ahead of ourselves, but
Yeah.
Are we talking first half going up big or like?
No, like second, like early second, and you're up like just say you're up 15, 20.
Yeah, I could see. I don't know if you. I mean, I don't think you clear the bench, but I think you do rest some guys, and if it starts to get a little more closer than Steve Peichel would prefer, then yeah, he probably would put like Ron Harper back into the game or something like that.
Yeah.
Just build that lead up some more.
The one guy I'm really eager to see what he could do, it's going to be Cliff Omoruyi for me. He had a really good game was it against Indiana or was it the game before that? I can't remember.
He's been quietly. He's like, he might not show up as much in the box score like a Miles Johnson, but we've definitely seen his progress. Like he's become a bit of a monster on the boards. He is definitely aggressive going for those rebounds.
Yeah, I know he only had 3 against Indiana, but he's aggressive, like you said, and he's affecting shots. He's affecting more shots than people give him credit for. It's one of those things that doesn't pop up in the box score. It's he's just having that presence in the paint behind Miles it makes such a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be intriguing to see if Miles stays or not. I still think he stays for another year. He got into Rutgers grad school. He didn't say where he's going yet, but I'm assuming Rutgers if I had to guess. So even just having him back next year and then Cliff right behind him developing with a whole year of development instead of having that like half cutoff between the COVID stuff and all that, it's gonna be a big difference for them next year. And this team has a lot of potential for this season and then next season too.
Yeah, it's
gonna be intriguing to see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. You got a go-to player for tonight? Go-to matchup?
I mean, probably Gio. I mean, it's coming off of that Indiana game where he just basically picked their dead carcasses up and basically dragged them to this. I mean, it was literally that start of the game was brutal. I mean, it got to a point where it was almost like, are they going to make? Is like he's starting to think about the NIT here, and then Gio just like he just went off, and it was he really sparked the team to get that win.
At first ever Big Ten Player of the Week for Rutgers.
I know.
That's a wild stat because they've had some good performances this season and even last season too.
Yeah, not even Corey Sanders has ever done.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I feel like they kind of give it to like the guys that are winning. So like Corey, what did Corey finish with as a senior year? 14th seed in the Big Ten?
Yeah.
So it's like
I don't know. I thought maybe at least 1 week maybe they would have given it to him.
Maybe. I thought maybe Ron Harper last year too. Ron had some games. Gio had some games last year. I'm a little shocked that we haven't seen a Rutgers player get this award before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like a prestigious award. Like it's all right, cool. You won Conference Player of the Week. It's good. It's good. Congrats to Gio, but it is. I'm just shocked that no one else has ever won it for Rutgers. It's kind of crazy to see. But overall, Rutgers has to just dominate the boards tonight. I think the 2 bigs in Miles Johnson and Cliff Omoruyi are going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, they should dominate Nebraska down low. They should get just about every every rebound that's available.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anyone on this team that what do they average per game? Not even close to Rutgers, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what? They actually
Teddy Allen gun. Like I don't know, is Thor their next best guy? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Teddy was their top rebounder. Oh, no, second rebounder. So that Banton kid I was telling you about, the kid from Canada, he's 6'9" guards. They're 6.1 per game, so that's actually kind of decent. I'm intrigued to see if they start, because it has him listed as a guard, so I'm assuming, I haven't done a lot of research on him, but 6'9", 204. I mean, he shoots pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I would say going into this game, the only thing Rutgers should probably worry about is obviously taking them too lightly and getting punched in the mouth or something like that.
Yeah.
But something that Nebraska does do well is they are a very up-tempo team. I saw a stat that said they average like I think it was like the last few games they've averaged like 77 possessions. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's what are you saying?
No, go on. I'm just
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
saying in my
so they're a
head.
very up tempo team, which is can be a double edged sword with a team that isn't very good because yeah, you can have a bunch of possessions, but if you come up empty, then what good are they? So I guess what Rutgers should fear going into this is that they come into this game shooting as well as Rutgers, and it's kind of an up tempo game, and then Rutgers finds themselves basically in a shootout. And in the Big Ten, you never know. And so that's probably the biggest worry Rutgers has going into this game.
Yeah, I keep looking at all the team stats for I guess this Nebraska team, and there's nothing really impressive about them. They're shooting 288th best in the country at field goal percentage, 3 points at 209th at 33%. Their rebounding, actually, defensive rebounding is really not that bad. They're 45th in the country.
Mm-hmm.
But that puts them like midway through the Big Ten conference. They're ninth in conference when it comes to overall rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
They turn over the ball 14 times a game. Holy shit!
Even last game there was a bunch of turnovers.
Yeah, well, that's just crazy because this is the same Rutgers team that a week ago, 2 weeks ago, had 3, 4 in the game.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Michigan. That's how they should really approach this game tonight. Is pretend they're playing Michigan. It's just like their effort in that game was really good.
Yeah,
it just shows you how good Michigan is.
That Michigan team is so goddamn good. Did you not see what they did the other day?
I know. I mean, they beat Ohio State, and then I saw, the other day they destroyed Iowa.
Yeah, 73-57 against Indiana, 79-57 against Iowa, 92-87 against Ohio State.
Yeah, they're just and they had and they were 2 weeks off with that whole COVID thing, and they just came back and they had like a slow half against Wisconsin, and that was it. And then they were just back to being one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see tomorrow's matchup between them and Illinois. And then you got to play Michigan State twice because of the postponements and stuff. So that's it's a sneaky game for Michigan State because they're all right on the bubble right now.
Yeah, that helps them because
some people have them in, some people have them out. So I mean, they could sneak one of those games against Michigan, which unlikely at this point, but. This Michigan State team, I can't read either. There's one game where they beat Rutgers by 20. Then Rutgers comes back and holds them to 37.
Yeah.
And Rutgers beats them by 30. And it's like, I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah, they're they're a very weird team.
And then who they just lose to? They lost to Maryland, but they beat Ohio State and Illinois. And then they lost to Purdue. And it's like, what the? I don't get it. Dude, the Big Ten is insanely wild this year. And if you're making a bracket, which I'm going to set up for our website soon, like we're going to have like a little freebie bracket and we'll give away like a premium membership or something like that for the winner, but you're gonna have to beat me and Craig first, and that's not gonna happen. So I mean,
crazy?
Come on, my prediction. No, I'm just kidding. My predictions have been pretty good.
Yeah, we get paid the big bucks for this stuff. I mean, you think you're gonna beat us?
No one's gonna beat us in our bracket challenge. It's gonna be on ESPN or Yahoo. Well, I guess we have to go Yahoo probably just because Yahoo rivals.
I got both.
We'll get it going though, but. Yeah, I think it's hard to bet against the Big Ten and the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't know. Like these, and the crazy part is they're not even just like good on offense. These teams are dominating on defense.
That's what's going to be interesting to see how these teams in other leagues go against. I'm not saying that other leagues don't play defense, but I don't know if they play it as well as some of these teams in the Big Ten. It'll be very interesting to see how a team play like an ACC team. Or even Gonzaga. I mean, if Gonzaga ends up facing a Big Ten team, it'll be interesting to see if that team, shows up with some defense. Rutgers, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. But
I'm intrigued by the Big East too, because it's such a guard-heavy conference compared to a big man-heavy conference in the Big Ten. So those matchups they kind of scare me, but at the same time, it's like intriguing just to see them go back and forth. It's such like a different game. Just like watching different conferences. Every conference has their own style of play, and it's just. It's insane to see. It's really cool though. That's what makes March, and this is it's like a holiday almost. It's my favorite time of year.
Who do you think's happier right now, you or John Rothstein?
That guy doesn't frown. And I like John. I think he's good. I think he's solid. But man, some of these corny captions he has for coaches. It's just like, come on. Illinois, bring the pain. It's like, dude, come on. What was the one? It was like Chris Mack will make you do your taxes or something like
Oh
stupid.
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I like pounding nails.
Pounding nails is solid. I don't know how he came up with that one, but it's solid. And they bought into it. They got the little sledgehammer now and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued to see if they bring that out during the tournament again. Because, like I think Ron had it last year at the end of the game or before the tournament started. He walked out with it or whatever. And I think it's cool to have it on the sideline. It's like not a like turnover chain, but it's something similar. It's just cool to have stuff like that. Like the football team should have an axe, stuff like that. But yeah, like what's this one say? The fab vibe.
Oh yeah.
Come on, dude. Like, be. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's creative, I guess, but like,
I forget who it is, but there's one he does where it's like hard. It's like harder. I think it's who's the Purdue coach? What's his name again? I'm blanking.
I can't even think right now.
He's like harder.
There you go. Are you Giants? We sleep in May. I like that one. I do like that one.
He says one of the coaches. I think it's the Purdue coach. He says like harder than and then he always follows it up with something funny.
A day at your in-laws or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are corny. Some of them I'm like, oh, dude, like they're okay. I'll let it slide. And then there's just some like, dude, stop, delete that tweet.
I think he's like the only person more active on Twitter than you.
I don't know about that, man.
It's close.
I'll challenge him to that one. I don't put my phone down. It's literally right here. I'll open the app right now.
We should compare screen times. Apple screen times.
I got to check that. See what mine's pretty bad. I know that. Yeah.
By the way, I think I saw Chris texted.
Yeah, he's going to join. Yeah, Chris Nowalski, our other beat writer, is going to join in a second. I'm going to have to go to a brief pause, but for now, let's check out the chat real quick. What's going on, Max? Geo for 3. Yeah, I think we'll see that a lot tonight. Minnesota had 2 stars. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, that explains a little bit why they lost to Nebraska ball. Liam Cass, what's going on, man? Are you Giants? Nice to see you as always, bro. Any questions for any of us at all? Just submit them in the chat.
I see. Are you Giants says, why does Rutgers baseball play at 10 p.m.? I thought that said basketball. For a second.
Yeah, I don't. There's some kind of if you know wrestling, they have like those tri-meets between 3 teams. They're doing that with baseball this year. I think it's Rutgers, Indiana, Purdue the first weekend. I forget 100%. I'll have to double check, but so they're kind of trying to spread them all out. So I'm assuming one game starts at 7 and another starts at 10, but whatever.
Where's the game? I didn't say.
That one's in. I think it's actually in Indiana. I got to double check on that one. I don't really follow it as much as I should.
It is kind of weird. That's a very late game. That is weird.
Yeah, but I figured it's also because it's in the Midwest probably. So.
Yeah, but even then, that's still pretty late.
Yeah. What else we got here? Is Duke gonna transfer? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued by that one. I actually thought he wasn't gonna come back this offseason, but he did. Even if he does, and Miles, what'd you say?
I say he could just graduate and be done.
No, he did graduate technically. I don't know if like where he would transfer to either. I guess you could kind of go down a level, or just some guys just want to move on with life, and it's just like, hey, I played my 4 years. He had back issues 1 year. Really, I think it was last season actually. He had really bad back issues, and I'm sure that still probably bothers him a little bit. And is it worth the risk an injury again if you're 3rd string center?
Right.
Probably not, but it is what it is. Hold on, let me invite Chris to this chat real quick. But yeah, no, I like this matchup tonight. I don't see a reason. Knock on wood. I don't see how they lose. I really think they're going to win big.
This in some ways the Indiana game kind of feels like last year's Maryland game, and then tonight's game, if Rutgers wins, that kind of feels like the last year's Purdue game, where that's really the ticket puncher.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm one of those. Like, someone asked me today, they're like, "Are you one of those guys that thinks Rutgers is in regardless?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, dude, they're 9 wins, best conference in the past 10 to 15 years, if not longer." Like, there's no reason why they shouldn't be in and they shouldn't win. Like,
yeah, I hear you. I just, you just don't want to leave any doubt.
Yeah, even without the win, I do think they're in. But this is a bad Nebraska team. I'm so tempted to say Nebraska ball. This is a bad Nebraska team, but yeah, I think they should win. I think they should be in, and I think you'll see a bunch of fans celebrating tonight. I think someone's going to be popping a little champagne, or someone's going to get a bottle of beer or something.
You know who it's going to be?
Oh.
Chris Nowalski, who joins us now. Chris, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, look at that! Look at that!
How do I fix this?
That's how you do radio.
Oh.
I have my video off, so if you're trying to find that, I have it off.
Oh, okay. No worries, Chris. It's not a big deal. Yeah.
Some people might even be thankful. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Jesus! Here we go.
I have already. A voice. I have a face for radio. You know what I mean?
Maybe I should turn my camera off. No,
all right, don't leave me here. Anyway, Chris, we were just talking about Nebraska ball, best nickname in the Big Ten.
Nebraska ball, okay.
It has to be, right? Like, name a better nickname. I don't think there is one.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
We're just going based off of like the school's name.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't know any other nicknames in the Big Ten, to be honest. I just think Nebraska ball is such a cool hashtag.
Oh yeah, Chris, what do you think of John Rothstein's little idioms?
Again. You know what? I actually like them. I did hear you guys talk about a weekend at the in-laws.
Who was that for?
I think that's West Virginia.
That's for
Bob
Huggins?
Yes, I think it's like because all the really good defense they play and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it's West Virginia.
That would make sense. That makes a lot of sense now, actually.
I do like it. I heard you guys talking about pounding nails and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, pounding nails is a good one. I was telling Craig before, I want them to bring the hammer back, dude. That was cool. It's different. Kind of like a turnover chain type thing, just having it on the sideline. That was cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Probably COVID stuff. They probably don't want to be passing around a hammer.
Yeah, that's true, too. But, yeah, if you guys have any questions at all whatsoever, Rutgers Basketball, I'll try to answer any Nebraska ball questions. I did a little bit of research, not a ton. They lost their top scorer. Paul Preston just asked any word on the guy that bailed on them. Yeah, that guy's been Teddy, what is it? Teddy something?
Teddy Allen.
Teddy Allen. This guy's been at 4 different programs already. Got kicked off of Wichita State. I don't know what happened at West Virginia, but he played freshman year, then redshirted, then went to Wichita, got kicked off, went to community college, then went to Nebraska, and now he's in the portal again, I guess.
Yeah.
Very weird situation. It's 40 points, dude, against Penn State. I can't underestimate that. That's such a big thing. You don't see 40-point games in the Big Ten.
Why does he leave now?
Because he's a quitter. No offense, but Jalen Johnson did the same thing. Another quitter. I don't get it. Like, if you're going to ride with your team, like, be a team player, play out the whole season. Afterwards, you can talk and go whoever you want. Hey, coach, I don't want to be here. I want to go win some games or something.
Sure, but I think Jalen Johnson, he kind of has the excuse that he's gonna get drafted.
He's going to, but at the same time, like, why quit with like 3 games left? I don't see the point in that. Like, you already played 20 games. Like, just keep playing. And what happened? 5-0 without him. Is Jalen Johnson the problem?
I haven't been following Duke basketball close enough to know.
Sorry, Duke fans, but if Jalen Johnson's your problem, then you have a bigger issue. They wanted to quit, too, in the beginning of the season. Remember when Coach K is like, I don't know if we should be playing, and it was coincidentally after like a 4-game losing streak? It's like, funny, right?
Oh, yeah, and then people remember the whole thing with that reporter? Like the
student reporter who he kind of like ridiculed on the interview. Like, come on, dude. We get it. You're having a bad year. Everyone's entitled to a bad year, but you don't have to be a dick to the kid. Whatever. Coach K, you lost some points in my book. But yeah, they went on like a 4-game winning streak without Jalen Johnson. So that's like they just lost to Louisville though, and they're probably out of the tournament if I had to guess.
Yeah, I'd say so. I was watching that game. They said I think Lenardi, even if they won that game, he had them like a 50, like it was like 50-50.
Yeah.
Even if they won that game and they lost. So.
That's why I think some Rutgers fans just need to chill out. Lenardi already said it too, and he's like the go-to bracketologist for most people. He said they're in. So just everyone relax, let them beat Nebraska ball, and then move on from there.
Is he like the number 1 ranker? Because remember last time we were talking about them ranking the rankers. Is he like number 1?
No, they have. I gotta find that
pretty
list.
Pretty far down. Yeah.
Let me check.
I forget.
Well, Richie Schnyderite's number 1. We know that.
Yeah. Let me tell you, if I could be a bracketologist, I wouldn't be doing this right now. It's so hard. Like I don't understand how they do some of it and how they rank. Like I can understand like the top couple teams. It's like, all right, that team's probably in top. I don't know. It's what 5 or 6 from each conference. You can almost guarantee, especially the high majors. After that,
on bracket matrix, Lunardi is ranked 55.
Jeez, who's number 1?
Bracketville.
I don't know.
Bracketville. What kind of name is Bracketville?
Somebody who's apparently really good at doing brackets.
He's like first name Bracket, last name Ville.
I think his name is Dave. It looks like it says Dave on
What's
here.
that on? That's on what's that?
Bracket
website?
Matrix.
Bracket Matrix.
Yeah.
Bracket.
He has Rutgers.
WordPress.
He has Rutgers as an 8 seed against UCLA.
Yeah, that's what everyone kind of has him as. The only downside about being an 8 or 9 is you're probably screwed in round 2.
Yep.
Although I don't know, because I don't know how Rutgers would fare against Illinois. Might be a 1 seed going into this thing.
Yeah, good point.
We saw it. Rutgers beat Illinois. They match up pretty well with them. So
that's the thing. Yeah. The Big Ten might have 2 1 seeds and 2 2 seeds. Like
crazy.
Yeah.
God damn.
And the one thing, I mean, even if we're talking about, next round matchups, the fact that we're talking about next round matchups in the NCAA tournament, for Rutgers is just incredible. You know what I mean? So
it's just incredible to read.
You take what you get, right? So
it's insane how like far they've come over the past 3 years under Peichel, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the first actual, I think, his first recruiting class graduating.
Yeah, last game because it was senior night. They said this is the first class to have the same head coach for 4 years in like a long time.
Yeah, it's incredible to say. There's some intriguing matchups on this one. I'm looking at the Bracketville.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? He has Rutgers as 8 or 9 against Gonzaga in the second round, which almost happened mid-season. Most people don't remember that. They almost scheduled each other.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but then West Virginia swooped in and kind of...
And they were going to play Baylor, too. Remember that?
They were going to play Baylor, then that got canceled. They were going to play Gonzaga, that got canceled. They reached out to a bunch of people in out-of-conference, but looking back now, like all those out-of-conference people that were like, oh, they need a better, stronger out-of-conference, like they still have a number 3 schedule in the country.
Yeah, and then also I'm kind of, I know we talked about a lot about that then, but at the same time, when you don't have to worry about playing other teams or worrying about the different COVID situations, so I think they played safe, and I think they did.
And also, Seton Hall wasn't answering their phone.
Seton AWOL.
Yeah. Also, I just saw a tweet real quick. The Rutgers is wearing white on the road tonight, and they're wearing the throwbacks.
Okay, so it's either the script.
It is a
script. I like those uniforms a lot.
Yeah, I love those.
We were just talking about Nebraska's uniforms the other day. That was intriguing to say the least.
Yeah.
I had like the little like cowboy thing.
The Cornhusker. on the front, and then like the number right underneath. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And no last names on the back too, which was kind of weird.
Oh, play for the name on the front, not the back.
Well, there wasn't even a name on the front.
Oh, true. Good point. Let's see. We got some questions in this chat. Duke's going to be a chef. If you guys saw the video mid-season between him and Miles and that little cook-off, damn.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
That man knows how to cook.
Yeah, wasn't that last year?
Was it last year? I thought it was this year.
I feel like that was last year during. When was that? I thought it was last year.
You might be right then. I don't remember exactly.
Seeing it, but I think Craig might be right there.
But Miles did tell us too. Miles told us that he knows how to cook some pretty good food too, and that Gio's sneaking in the kitchen in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he made a little fun of Gio Baker there.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Garden State Gardner, what's going on, man? He said, who led their team in the last game? The same kid I was talking about before, the 6'9" guard, Delano Banton, who I guess kind of plays that 3-4 role for them. 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Yikes. 14-7 though. It's a pretty good game. But Minnesota's missing 2 starters. Marcus Carr.
And also just look out for Thor, just because his name is Thor.
Nah, he I don't remember if it was him or not. I thought it was him that had a pretty good game against Rutgers last year.
Yeah, he's not a bad player.
Let's see too. He went 6 of 11.
He can shoot it from deep, yeah.
Yeah, he had 17 and 8 last year against Rutgers. He's a good player. Iceland.
Yeah.
A lot of Europeans on this team.
You want to try and pronounce his last name, Richie?
Let's see. Do you know how it's pronounced?
I heard it the other day and I had it, but now I forgot. I think it's like Thoribinson or something.
Thor Barnjansson?
Yeah, I
Don't
heard
bring this
it.
on me.
They said it the other day, but now I forgot how they pronounced it.
Paul, we're gonna get to our game predictions in a little bit. We still got a couple more minutes before we get even close to that one. But he's got only a 12-point win for Rutgers. All right.
Well, you know how. Well, I'm not going to take my hand yet.
Whoa. Hold off. Mike, what's going on, man? He wants to know if Miles is going to stay next year. What do you think, boys? I kind of just gave my opinion on it.
I'm kind of leaning towards yes, because he said I think it was before the Indiana game. I think it was. He was talking about how Rutgers is on the table for next year. And I kind of feel like you don't put something out like that unless like you're really coming back, unless you're like really coming back. Like some of the other guys like Gio and Jacob really haven't even talked about it. Gio's just saying, let me focus on the NCAA tournament. But Miles is really the only one so far that's really talked about his future with this program. So that kind of makes me think he could be the one to come back.
Yeah, I think Jacob's definitely not going to come back. I know me and Richie have talked about before. He's already older. He's ready in his 5th year. Gio, I think he is conflicted, but at the same time, he's been pretty outspoken about the NCAA. So, I think I'm sure he'll move on. But as for Miles, I'm not. That's one that's like really questionable to me. He could stay. I know he even tweeted that he got into Rutgers grad school, and then he talked about it the other day. But I don't know. I think the intrigue of going to California for grad school is really in the back of his mind too. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I know, and right now they're still focused on the season, so I'm sure they're not really thinking about it too much right now. But yeah,
I think NAL rights are going to play a big role in it too. But honestly, they're probably just going to keep kicking that can down the road until
they're going to try to as much as they can. But yeah, in regards to Miles, the California thing's intriguing. He's a California native. His family's out there. If you get like a offer to Stanford, like how do you say no to that? It's an impossible thing.
I know Stanford pulled his offer in high school, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's where there might be a little
from that, but Stanford's still Stanford. So.
Yeah, it's still hard, especially engineering grad school. Like I don't know if there's a better school out there for engineering. I'm talking out of my ass a little bit, but it's Stanford, and it's like Ivy League pretty much.
Yeah.
What else we got here? RU Giants wants to know what happened to the freshman that went off last year at the rack. I'm looking now. I don't see a freshman that went off.
Is he talking about Nebraska ball? I'm assuming.
I'm glad you called it that.
Yeah, you like that, right? Huh?
I'm looking. I don't see a freshman. I mean, Cam Mack. Is that who you're talking about? Oh, I can't believe Cam Mack actually ended up transferring.
Yeah, is it Nebraska freshman or Rutgers freshman?
I'm assuming it was Cam Mack. He's over at Prairie View now. I don't know what happened with that.
Oh, Caltech?
Caltech.
Oh, wait. That might be someone else.
Oh, no, he's talking about... Michael's talking about Miles Johnson still.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. No, I do think Miles stays, but going back to that, I'm assuming he's talking about Cam Mack, who's a pretty highly rated recruit, if I recall, out of high school. He dropped, 19 on Rutgers last year, 4 or 5 from 3, 6 or 7 from the field, 4 assists. Yep, there you go, Cam Mack. Yeah, I don't know why he transferred. I don't follow Nebraska ball as much as I should, but I actually don't really don't watch their games at all, especially when it's like such a bad team. It's just like, all right, like I've seen a couple games, but I watch more of like the better Big Ten schools like Michigan, the Rutgers, the Michigan State. They're not that good, but Ohio State, Iowa. Yeah, I don't know. It's intriguing. Oh, what else we got? Guys, if you have anything to ask us at all, throw it in the chat. Do our best to answer it. Rutgers Basketball, 7 p.m., Big Ten Network. In Nebraska, as Chris just broke the news a little bit, they're wearing their old school unis. The script ones, you said?
Yes, correct, yep.
They're going to wear the script ones, probably the best uniform combo they have, in my opinion. We got a piece coming out on their top 15 kicks worn by Rutgers Hoops athletes this year. It's going to be hard to top Geo Baker's custom Goku ones. I don't know if you guys have seen those. He wore them the other day, those pink ones. Those are gorgeous.
Richie, did you do something like that last year or 2 years ago too?
Yeah,
with sneakers?
one of the guys I know, he writes for it's called sneakerreporter.com. He does like a thing with us. He's going to try to do it once a year for each year
Right.
on the top kicks that Rutgers hoops players wear every single season. Forget what some of the other ones were last year. There was the Tuskegee Airmen, Donovan Mitchell's. Those were cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you couldn't tell, I'm not big on sneakers, but I know enough to be like, I know what the good ones are. It's tough though, because like Adidas doesn't have like the go-tos other than like Yeezys. Like the Nike programs, you could wear Nike or Jordan. So like you'll see kids wear like the really nice Jordans, like Jordan 4s, Jordan 11s, et cetera, et cetera. My two favorite Jordans, but whatever. Adidas, they do provide a good amount of sneakers for Rutgers. It's just they don't have like a go-to one kind of. It's more hoop sneakers than show-offy, classy. But yeah, I mean, what do we got left? We got 19 minutes left till tip-off.
So Richie, I gotta ask you an important question
Here we
that
go.
I think all of us are dying to know.
Here we go.
Who is officiating the game tonight?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm about to
Yeah.
check that out right
Thank
now.
You know what?
Doubted me.
Oh, if it's Bo Borowski, just you know what, just give Nebraska the game. I'm intrigued to see what they do with the starting lineup because obviously the last one was just for seniors and it was like more or less like a send off.
Yeah, that was weird. Why was there senior night the other night? It's not like this
Home
game is
game.
a makeup game.
No, last home game. Oh, you mean Nebraska or Nebraska?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know why it was like that. It's very strange actually why it was like that because you never see that type of thing. But what was it? Who was it against? I don't even. It was against Penn State, right?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah. I don't know. I
Very
honestly
weird.
I tried looking it up. I tried everything to find out why, and I just Rutgers 8-point favorites right now.
Please no, Bo.
Oh, if it's Bo, I'm telling you, it's gonna be ugly. He just hates Rutgers for some reason. And it's actually I take it back. It's not just Rutgers. Like if you type in Bo Borowski on Twitter, this man is just hated by the entire Big Ten. It seems like.
Yeah.
Like how does he still have his job? I don't know, but
Oh, I was gonna say that with the senior night, maybe they knew that Teddy Allen was bouncing after that game, and they were like, let's give him his senior night, then let him find greener pastures.
it's not crazy to say actually.
So I found the officials.
Oh, boy.
They are.
There we go.
There was no Bo.
Okay.
No Bo.
All right.
You hear that? No Bo.
That's good news for Rutgers. Max
John
is right.
Higgins, Brian Dorsey, and Rob Kuhneman.
I'm looking at like the recent ones. I don't even see any of them on Rutgers.
I'm not sure.
Brian Dorsey did the Rutgers Penn State game.
I don't know really.
apparently he's a-
I'll be honest. I don't really pay attention to who the officials are every game. So.
The only one I always know about is Bo Borowski. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no one else.
As long as I don't know who you are, that's a good thing.
I mean, yeah,
good point.
that's a very good point. If you know the ref's name, that's saying a lot about you, isn't it? Let's see. Paul asked, speaking of Nebraska, does Noah Vedral keep the starting QB spot? That's I was thinking about that before. Noah Vedral played for Nebraska ball and Nebraska football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just find that so intriguing. But anyway, does he keep the QB spot? We're gonna try to keep this mostly hoops for now, but Chris, I'll let you take away that one.
I mean, as of right now, yes. He a couple weeks ago, the offense coordinator Sean Gleason said he was going to be the starter, and then Noah talked to us a minute later. So obviously they see him as a starter right now. I know Vedral said he wanted to be more consistent as a quarterback. So we'll see how he does in the spring and then summer and everything like that. I know there's a shot that Rutgers still adds a quarterback after spring practice heading into the season, but as of right now, it's Noah's job, I would say.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything you just said. I agree with everything. I still think they might add a quarterback. I just don't know who.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, Noah's not bad. Noah's a solid quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, after not getting Cone, after JT goes over to Washington State, like
JG, bro.
Oh, JG, my bad. Yeah, whoops. JG.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, right now Noah seems like the guy.
They're going to regret that one, I really think. They didn't show any interest in him, and I think JG's going to kill it at Washington State. They have like a QB guru over there, and Nick, damn, I forget his last name. Nick something as a head coach, and he's, I think he'll really succeed there. I think he got screwed with Jeremy Pruitt, who has no idea what the hell he's doing half the time, so.
That's good for your Giants.
You know what, Craig? He's like an outside linebackers coach. I don't even know what the hell he does. I don't even know why they hired him. I think he worked with Joe Judge at Alabama or something.
Yeah, he helped him hand out the McDonald's bags.
Hey, man. No comment. What are you talking about? Yikes. What else we got here? So someone else asked a question. Garden State Gardner said, "Did they set the first day of spring practice, and are you guys allowed to be at spring practice?" We don't know yet at all. They haven't even set the first day officially. What is spring, Chris? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
They said, I know the spring practice or spring game was May 1st, so probably, beginning of April would be practice.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know exactly what the rules are going to be.
Beginning of May.
I can't imagine them
April.
letting us on campus, in my opinion. I hate to say it, but... And that's going to suck. It is what it is. We'll just have to go based off what the coaches say and pressers and players say in pressers. But
I definitely still think, the interviews and stuff will be on the computer.
Yeah, the only reason I say that is because they're kind of... You saw it the other day. They're giving us the interviews now for coaches, which doesn't make sense to me unless you were going to give them to us... Unless we were going to be in person to take them, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So it's like... The fact that they're giving us the interviews now tells me that we're probably not going to be allowed in person to watch.
And I know tomorrow I saw we had the special teams coordinator Adam Shire.
That dude, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll have. You know what? I've been looking forward to it because I want to ask him again. If he has any new pets this time around.
Oh yeah, what did he say he had? He had a pig.
I remember I asked him about it. He had he had a pig, like crazy stuff.
See, we're getting yelled at. I told you, stay to basketball. We're getting yelled at in the chat. Back to basketball. I'm going. It's 6:47. Let's throw some fucking predictions out. I didn't mean to curse. That slipped. We're gonna let that go. Anyway, have you any Corey Sanders updates? Yeah, he's in Poland. No, Miles Max in Poland. Corey Sanders is in. Where's Corey Sanders?
He was in Poland.
Maybe Corey Sanders is in Poland. Where the heck?
Corey's definitely in Poland. I remember
right,
he
Corey's in
posted a
Poland.
picture.
Miles Mack is.
Where in the world is Corey Sanders?
Yeah, I see him tweeting about the game and stuff. And
yeah, well, actually, I just saw
this morning.
Yeah, I just saw this morning. BTN posted that today on this day in 2018 was Rutgers beating Indiana in the second round of the Big Ten tournament.
First ever 14 seed to make the quarterfinals.
Yeah, crazy.
All right, I found it out. Corey's in Poland. Miles Max in what the heck? Turkish Basketball First League, the TBL, playing for a team that I can't even begin to pronounce.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to predictions. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm going with Rutgers in a quick win. It's going to be a pretty easy win for the most part. I think Miles Johnson will get a double-double. I think Ron Harper is going to do average. Geo Baker's average. I think Jacob Young is the one that's going to lead this game. I think he'll get like 2+ steals. I think he'll lead them in scoring. He's an Energizer Bunny. The minute he gets hot, it's game over. This man's just running up and down the court. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it. I really think this team's going to dominate Nebraska ball.
So I'll go real quick. I think Rutgers is still going to win, but I see this game has a little bit of a trap game. I know Nebraska has the senior night and everything.
Nebraska ball.
I don't know. I know Nebraska. I know you guys talked about earlier about Nebraska not being able to really score, but
Nebraska
they run.
ball.
They have a fast pace, but they actually do play pretty good defense. I can see Montez Mathis actually coming alive again. We saw a flash. We saw flashes of him the other day. So it'll be interesting to see. But like you said, Richie, I think Miles Johnson will have another good game, and I think the veterans on the team are going to really show up and really want to lock down tournament bids, so to speak. So
yeah,
I'll go Rutgers by I'll say 7.
Yeah, I would say the biggest fear coming into this game is that Rutgers will take them too lightly and get punched in the mouth, and then they'll have to respond, which I do think if that were to happen, which probably will end up happening knowing how it goes around these parts.
Don't be that guy.
But I do think at some points in this game, Rutgers will take over. I mean, they're just too talented not to. It feels like. I mean, Miles Johnson should really have a day against them, and as long as they can really replicate their shooting game like they did the last game, they should win this game pretty easily. So I'll say Rutgers wins probably 75-61, something like that. Probably a pretty good win.
See, that's the one thing I'm really intrigued about. I really think I didn't give a score prediction. I just realized. Who was the leading scorer for Nebraska last game? Who we just say it was? Was it Banton? It was that 6'9" guard Banton. I lost my train of thought. Where's it going? Nebraska ball. I really think that this is going to be one of those games where Pikel's going to come out afterwards and be like, "Yeah, we held them under the speed limit." I really think it's one of those, like, I think they'll probably sneak like 55-60 around that area, but I do think Rutgers is going to score in the 70s. I think they're going to dominate down low. I think you'll see a big game out of Miles, big game out of Cliff. I think you'll see Mamadou get in at some point. I want to see, you know what pisses me off? I wish we saw more blowouts so we could just see what the freshmen can do. I want to see what Palmquist can do. I want to see what Mag can do. I want to see what Reber can kind of do. This would be a good game for Reber to get in, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Rutgers by a million. All right. Any other crazy predictions or anything else before we sign off?
I did see my tweet this morning. I got some pretty good answers. Did you see that?
What was this is
fill in the blank? Yeah, let me see if I can find. So I saw some. I liked some of the answers I got.
Anyone
I
like?
saw.
Clever?
I liked. Yeah, I saw my former professor Gilly tweets, "This is Sparta." That was a good one.
All right, it's not a bad one. That's not a bad one.
I saw Chris, our own Chris, tweets, "This is how we do it."
Okay,
that was a good one.
All right, that's clever. I'll give you that one, Chris. All right, that's fine.
Oh, and Professor Gilly followed it up with, "This is us. This is the story of
that's a good one too."
Yeah. This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world.
There you go.
Oh my God.
See, I know what you were looking for, Craig. So everyone's gonna be clever. Everyone's gonna be clever.
You're not even gonna shout mine out.
Here's it. Oh, wait. Did you win? Oh yeah, that's right. You did.
Yeah. What is the?
Oh yeah, that's
why
I couldn't find it because you quoted it.
What little Jeopardy sarcasm in there?
What is the month after February? See, I like that because that's like a Jeopardy answer.
Exactly.
Answer in the form of a question.
Speaking of which, I am glad that I don't even remember his name now. That's how much I didn't care about him. Who's the host that took over?
Ken Jennings.
Yeah, I didn't like him at all. I think he was awful. I'm excited for Aaron Rodgers. Very excited. Big Jeopardy guy here. Not the smartest kid in the world, but I can answer about like 2 questions per night.
Have you ever seen Sports Jeopardy?
No, but I
used to watch that. Oh man.
I feel like I can dominate that.
Well, it's sad when you see like these brilliant people when they get sports questions and have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
But
it's like the same thing with us, you know. We see like easy answers for them, but like we get the sports, you know.
Like who's the NFL team in New York? Or no, well, that's hard actually because there's 2 of them. There's 3 of them. Damn.
But one of them I remember was like Babe Ruth, and nobody knew who it was.
Mm-hmm.
There was one the other day. It was like, what's the mascot of the Philadelphia football team? And someone said something stupid. I forget what it was. You gotta look it up. It's hilarious. There's a lot of like sports like
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah. Oh, the 76ers. Oh, very good, buddy. Very good. You were close. But yeah, I like this matchup. Rutgers basketball. We can't keep getting distracted. We have to talk about Rutgers basketball for 5 more minutes.
Well, I got a couple more. Can I just shout those? There's like 2 left.
Right, that's fine.
This one might be my favorite from Valencia. This is the way.
If Stacy yells at you again, I'm just. Well, that's on you, buddy.
We got 5 minutes. We're good. It's just 2. We got "This is the way." I like that one. And then my friend Josh, he puts out. I think he meant to say that. I think he meant to say what she said. He put what he said, but yeah, that's Josh.
I mean, hey.
What are you gonna do? He doesn't.
Maybe Jaden Jones can get in the game. That would be intriguing. I want to see what he can do too, but I won't. I don't want to rush him if I'm Rutgers. I want to like let him sit back a little bit, let him learn. Pikel said it. What 30-something plays out of bounds plays, and he's got to learn still. Takes a lot of time, man. That's a tough one.
I mean, and the fact that he's gotten in any games, you know, so far is a big deal already. So
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool to see him out there. I know he's probably not like too happy that he's not playing, but you have to understand if you're enrolling early, and
I mean, he's a true freshman that's still supposed to be in high school right now.
that's true. He's pretty young. I can't wait for Jalen Miller to get here. I watched his tape again the other day. I like him a lot. He reminds me a lot of Geo Baker, more of a not as good as a shooter, but more of like a drive guy. He'll slash to the rim a lot and kick out, or he reminds me of Geo's play style. It's very similar. A tall guard, tall, big, a little bit bigger than the average point guard, I guess. Good size, can shoot, can do it all. I like him a lot. I really think he's an underrated pickup for them. Let's see. What else? We got any more questions, guys? We got 4 minutes left until tip-off. This is like your last chance to ask us a question until we do this again on Saturday.
This is last call. This is last call.
Saturday? Sunday?
The beer is being collected.
Is it Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
noon game, which why?
All right, timeout. I don't know if we're doing this Saturday. I can't wake up that early.
It's yeah.
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
mean,
I'll be
Saturday at noon. What is this? They get noon weekends and then 9 o'clock weekdays. I mean, what is this?
Yeah, I don't get that one. I guess
It's
it's probably.
it's on
it's on
Fox, by the way.
Fox.
It's
Yeah,
on
that's
Fox.
that's why the TV
I don't
network.
care if it's on CBS.
Some Rutgers fans care, man. It's on
Yes.
Fox. It's national TV.
Oh,
I
wait.
don't think they've been on
Like Fox,
like Fox, like Channel 5.
like V Fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
And it gives them a chance to show off their nitty-gritty defense. So, I mean, if they could beat Minnesota on national TV, it's going to give them a little recognition into heading into tournament time, too. All right, we got one more question real quick. Ben said predictions for leading scorer, rebounds, steals, assists. Oh, my God, dude, that's a lot. Leading scorer, I'm going to go with Jacob. Rebounds, Miles, clearly. Jacob Young, again, for steals. Assist. Ooh, just a tough one. I'm going to go with the surprise pick. I'm going to go Mulcahy with assists.
Okay. Is that really a surprise?
No, but like I don't think he really leads the team in assists. He definitely gets like his 3 to 4 a game, though. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So for leading scorer, I'll go with Geo Baker. Leading rebounder, I'll go with Miles Johnson. Steals, I'm gonna go Caleb McConnell.
Oh, okay.
And assists, I'll probably go with Jacob.
I like that.
Yeah, and score, yeah, I'd go Geo. Rebounds, Miles. Steals, I'll say Jacob. And assists, I'll say Paul.
All right. I mean, yeah, we kind of got like similar names between the three of us. The cool part is that honestly, you can pick about 3 to 4 names for scorer.
Sure.
I think Miles is the given at rebounds. Ron sometimes sneaks like a double-double. Steals, you could probably go between Geo, Jacob, McConnell. Even Miles gets a couple steals.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I remember I wrote about that. He was like leading the Big Ten in terms of the Big Ten conference at one point.
Yeah, and assist again. You could probably pick like 3 to 4 names. It is cool that there's no like top person.
They had 22 assists last game. Like I saw Pike was like making note about that. That's crazy.
It's a crazy stat. Garden State Gardner, does Nathan make it into the game tonight? If it's a blowout, probably. Other than that, I don't really see him playing. Like, I don't know, because if it's a blowout, it seems like his go-to is kind of put in the senior freshman, whereas opposed, I'd like to see what the true freshmen can do, like the scholarship guys. But I get it. Either way. It's like their last year, and you want to get them some playing time. But it's a tough call. That's a tough one. But all right, I guess it's game time, man. So I'm gonna sign off on that
How about
note.
this last question?
What's the last one? Is there another?
Look at the
one?
last one.
Yeah, Nate. Isn't that the Nathan one?
No. Next one.
That hasn't appeared yet for me.
Okay.
How much you betting, Richie? We cannot bet on Rutgers in state of New Jersey. Shout out. I'm not going to shout him out, but I'm very upset about that one. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. I made my pick on that Tally Sport website. If you guys follow me on there, they tweet out my picks for some reason. Yeah, I got Rutgers -8. If I had to make a bet, that's not my betting advice, but if I had to make a bet, I'm going Rutgers -8 and running with it. The over/under 210 scares me a little bit, just because Nebraska can't score at times, probably, and we've seen Rutgers not score like 8 minutes at a time.
Hey,
So.
210?
Yeah, I think I read that right. Hold on, let me double check.
210 or 110 sounds more reasonable.
Let me check. I think it was 210.
That's high.
Yeah, that was 210. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. For the over-under for both these teams? That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't, I guess maybe I read that wrong. Where is it? I got to go look at it again. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we're signing off. Tip-off's about to happen. See what Rutgers does. I'm assuming we might do one of these after the game. It depends on how things go, too.
Yeah. It's
110.
always
Yeah, okay, 110.
Yeah, 110.
you're
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say.
an idiot. Yeah.
Once
Ignore
again,
me.
I'm right. On that
All
note,
right, Craig, we get it. Jeez. I don't. Chris, can you get Craig out of here?
Hey, this is why I joined, right?
Yeah, just let's make fun of Richie Fest. Cool. This is great. This is fun. We're having fun.
Yeah. In
Ooh,
about
slam
5
dunk.
minutes, we probably won't be having as much fun, but hopefully.
We'll see what happens. But all right, guys, we're gonna sign off on that note. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the I don't know. There's a bunch of buttons to hit. Just subscribe to our channels, or go to RutgersRivals.com. We have a new promo real quick going out. Free premium subscription till May. Promo code Rutgers21. Best Rutgers website around, hands down. You're not gonna get better content than on Rutgers.Rivals.com. Boom. We're
I
out.
agree.
I got nothing else to say. Anything else, boys?
Nah, I got nothing.
Nope. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Peace.
See ya.
I can't find the ending screen. Hold on. I found it.